what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
I don't need no doctor, 'cause I know what's ailing me.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow, Hank, it's been a long time since I've uttered those words.
Hadn't heard it in a while.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it again. Welcome to episode 108, volume 9 of the fabulous dynamic duo who's back in the studio again after a 6-month hiatus. Welcome back to Big Fan.
Can you believe it's been 6 months?
6 months, Hank.
Lots
6
gone
months.
down since then.
A lot of stuff has happened, and let's just jump right in. Let's
do it.
let our audience know why we did have to take a 6-month hiatus. It wasn't because you and I were at odds or we wanted to get in a fist fight with each other, because we love each other.
Love each other.
It's because we had some serious health scares. Well, let's start with your health scare first, Hank. The weird thing about it is our stuff that happened to us was almost simultaneous. Within like a day of each other.
I thought of that. I thought maybe like somebody had a voodoo doll of both of us at the same time.
Get rid of it was Addison Fox.
Trying to get rid of Big Fan.
to get rid of Big Fan. Exactly. So tell me, what transpired, my friend?
So to tell you the truth, I was one Sunday evening.
Yeah.
I had dinner with my family. Started to feel a little bit off. About 7 o'clock. Stomach kind of hurt a little bit. I thought maybe I ate something that was bad.
Mm.
Every hour it got progressively worse. And, like most men,
dudes,
I don't want to succumb to pain, nor do I want to take anything. And,
exactly. It's out the window. Yep.
So about 11, I had real pain. Like I was like, man, something's really hurting me. 12, it was getting to be unbearable. 1 o'clock, I looked at Reagan and I said, something's going to burst in here. Oh, and so I drove myself to the ER. And let me tell you, ER on Sunday night is not the A team. No. Okay? The people that were
not where
you
want to be.
No,
not where you want to be.
No, it was not the A team. And I'm talking about other people waiting for
Understood.
not the wonderful people that were providing care.
Of course.
So I go in there, they take amazing care of me. I go to Fry Regional Medical Center and find out I've got diverticulitis. Okay?
Which I hear is zero fun.
It is zero fun.
Give me on a level of pain from 1 to 10, what were you experiencing?
In my newfound maturity, if I gave this number a high number, some of our listeners would say, you don't know anything about, I got shot, or I had childbirth, or I did this. Sure. So it was real painful. Okay. For me, for what I've experienced, it was an 8.
Wow.
I mean, it's 7 and 8. It was unbearable.
Sounds terrible.
And so they put you on antibiotics, and I was in the hospital for 3 days.
Man.
And then they send you home with more antibiotics, but your gut doesn't feel the same. I mean, it feels like somebody's stabbing you in the gut, turning around.
Oh.
And it has made me rethink, because what it is you develop these pouches and food or something gets in it and it gets infected. So it's kind of like winning the crappy lottery, when something gets in there. Right. So there's certain foods they say, hey, these foods make a difference. And then some people say they don't. Yeah. And so it's like, do you listen to some people and not do it? Like popcorn's off the list anymore. No more popcorn.
What's the reason to go to the movies then?
I don't go to the movies.
I
mean, we've established that.
Sure, very fair.
So no more popcorn for me. And I haven't had a flare up or anything like that.
So when they pop the pouch, a lot of Miller Lite just squirt out.
No.
That's not how it works.
They don't pop the pouch.
They don't pop the pouch? Okay.
No.
I thought that's how they fixed it.
So what they ended up doing is put me on antibiotics. I feel great since then, but I've changed my diet a little bit, because there's like popcorn's no longer. I don't eat anything with like everything bagel with a lot of seeds on it.
What about spicy? Can you still eat spicy?
I'd throw the spice around, brother. Don't you worry about me. I get that done. But but the funny thing is it kind of checks you up a little bit about your mortality, even when it isn't about mortality. But it's like, man, this brought me down for 3 days. And so it was it was a tough time, but far less than what people have to endure out there, and far less than what you had to endure. So talk a little bit about your health.
Hank. So at the same time that you were hitting your stuff, I was discovering that there was something seriously wrong with my brain. And we go ahead and make the jokes. We all know that, Chad. I must have heard that one 100 times.
1,000 times.
At least, right?
Yeah, I said it 200.
Exactly. So anyway, and I can almost pinpoint the timing. So I turned 51 in May, last May. And so we have this standing tennis match on Mondays that we play, and it happened to be at a party or whatever Saturday, and Monday playing tennis, and I'm looking across the court, which I've done a million times. Normally see everything very clear, can see the ball coming over the net. I'm going to hit a winner, you know how I do. Well, I started noticing, and I play against this bald dude, right? And I was like, we know who, I mean, he's a really good tennis player, and I play against him a million times, and I can see him very clearly. And all of a sudden, across the net, I could not see his face. Like, if I didn't know that it was him, I would have no idea who I'm playing against. And I was like, dude, this is so weird.
Yeah.
So I finished the match, and of course, they beat us because I was basically blind.
Yeah, clearly the reason.
Clearly the only reason. And we come off the court, and I was like, man, sorry. My partner was Chris. I said, sorry, I played so terribly today. I'm just having a real hard time seeing anything. And he was like, yeah, it's kind of hard to see at night. I was like, no, I'm talking about dudes' faces are disappearing over there. It's some weird stuff. So I didn't think of it much after that. Kind of like you, I was like, I'm not going to burden. I'm getting old.
Yeah, you are.
I'm 51.
Yeah,
I'm getting old. Maybe I'm just having trouble seeing. So after the third trip back to the optometrist, let me stress optometrist, he said, hey, man, it's just your contacts. You are getting older. Let's switch up these contacts. So with 3 trips, nothing's working. Keep on going through life. Now we're into June, and I start getting these serious migraines, like debilitating. Like I'd be, doing normal day stuff, and all of a sudden I'll get a migraine that would just knock me down, where I'd have to go home and go lay down, Consistently started getting these. The other thing that's really not good for me, because I like to talk, I started encountering brain fog. So you and I would be in a conversation, like if I was talking to a client or a friend,
right,
and I'd be in mid-sentence, and I would forget what I was talking about, and I would just sit there in silence. And the person would look at me like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, what were we talking about? And he was like, you were just telling me about the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I would just completely forget what I was thinking about or talking about. So add that to crazy fatigue.
Yeah.
And loss of energy and eyesight and the headaches. And I fought it for about a month.
Yeah.
And then at the beginning of July, I had to go to a wedding with some of Jennifer's family. And a wedding is Chatty's time to shine.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, shirts off, dancing.
Bye.
Yes, we're beer, doing ice luge vodka shots, everything.
Yeah.
Well, I just wouldn't get out of the chair. And so, like, Jennifer's family, like, you all right, man? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm okay. I'm
Not
okay.
so much.
I'm just very tired. And so after the wedding, Jennifer's mom called and said, tell us the truth. Something's going on with you. And I was like, yeah, I'm having terrible headaches. I can't see. I always just want to sleep. And she said, you need to go to an ophthalmologist, not an optometrist, who might give you some more information about what's going on, specifically about my sight. And then she called my mom, and my mom's a nurse. And then my mom comes over to my house, blah, blah, blah. Next thing I know, I'm at the ophthalmologist Monday morning, 8:30. The wedding was Saturday. So go to the ophthalmologist, run the test. It's called pressure on the cranium that leads to the optic nerve, right? Okay. And she does the first test, and she moves the machine away from me, and she says, I need you to go to the emergency room right now. And I said, sorry, doc, I'm just going here to look maybe get some glasses or get some new contacts. Yeah. She was like, no, if you can't get a ride or if you can't drive, we'll take you. You need to go right now. And I'm like, why? And she said, there's something pressing on your brain. We need to figure it out now. And I was like, holy cow. So you can imagine.
Right.
I'm out of my mind, like, what? Get in the car, get there, run all these tests, MRI after MRI after MRI. I still haven't told anybody. I didn't tell Jennifer. I didn't tell my mom and dad, my brother at work, none of our employees. I'm just in this emergency room by myself thinking, God, this is it.
Yeah, what if something bad?
Exactly.
Because that's the anxiety of being like told you have to go right now. Is your brain goes a million miles an hour.
Yes.
And you say, this is it. Another step,
like,
I'm done.
Exactly. What am I going to do next? Right. And so finally, was in there all day. The MRI results came back. One of our good buddies who actually works at the hospital heard I was in the emergency room and came to read the results to me, I guess for peace of mind.
Right.
Or if it was really bad news, I guess it was very kind of him. And he said, man, good news and bad news. You do not have a tumor on your brain. There's no cancer.
Right.
But whatever's causing you this pressure, we have no clue. Something really weird is happening in your brain, and it's causing you to lose your sight, pressure on the optic nerve. He said, so do you know what a spinal tap is? And I was like, I know what the movie is. I've heard of the movie. And he was like, we're going to have to give you one. I mean, think about this day, Hank. Yeah. I mean, I'm just at the eye doctor, and now I'm doing MRIs, and now I'm getting ready to get a spinal tap.
That you think is a movie.
Yes, exactly. and he was like, it's not comfortable, but you just have to do it.
Yeah.
So they do it. They start. I can hear.
And that's to get the fluid, right? They got to check the fluid.
Yeah. So what they do is there's pressures on your brain, and it's spinal. There's all kinds of liquid, spinal liquid, blood, all the stuff that it runs through your brain down your spine, and it's supposed to go out through your body, and your body gets rid of it. In my case, it was not leaving my brain, and so they do the spinal tap. Normal pressures are supposed to be 8 to 12. Mine were at 50.
Wow.
So all that stuff just sitting on my brain, just doing damage up there, you know?
Yeah.
So he does this, they do the spinal tap, and the needle, dude. So I looked at the needle, and I was like, yes. I mean, big, scary.
Scary needle.
And so I was like, just don't look, just focus, do your breathing. So I did my breathing, and they pulled all the stuff off, and it felt like they were pulling stuff out for, it's probably only 5 minutes. It felt like 5 hours. So he was like, okay, we just relieved a lot of stuff, and your pressure is down, but now we got to figure out what is causing it. So fast forward.
Did your vision improve when
what improved
the fluid
is
went
I
out?
felt like something had lifted off of my head for sure.
Okay.
So the vision still was all screwed up. I still couldn't see, but just imagine like if you when you get a sinus headache or whatever, that feeling everything is just jammed.
Yep.
It kind of lifted, which was awesome.
Yeah,
This is the best I've felt in a month. And he was like, got that straight. Now we got to figure out what's going on. He said, we can't figure it out here. We're going to send you to Baptist. Long story short, go to Baptist. There's this young doc. I can't remember his name right now, but thank the Lord for him.
brain fog?
Yes. So he's probably about 38, young guy, and he just happens to be the specialist in exactly what's going on with my brain. And he said, hey, man, I can fix you, but this is what we have to do. We got to put some stents in your brain, open up I think you had a good name. It was constricted vessels. No, what was it? Constricted vessels. Constricted blood vessels in my brain. And he said, out of 400 cases, 398 have been middle-aged, morbidly obese women. And he said the reason nobody can figure out what's going on with you because you're not a middle-aged, morbidly obese woman. 2 dudes out of 500 cases or 400 cases. Isn't that weird?
That's weird.
So strange. Many times you have said that I'm an alien.
That's what I thought we were going with. I thought that they were going to extract something out of your brain.
Exactly. And that's what I was thinking too. I was like, something's in there that should be there. But anyway, so that's the case. He figured it out. He was like a young Doogie Howser. He said, I know what to do, and I'm going to fix you. And boom, sure enough, they got me in surgery. My surgery was September the 2nd, so I dealt with it all that summer, which was, I'll call it the lost summer. I did nothing that summer except worry and legs. I had no energy and hurt. But anyway, just a real not a good summer, right? But as soon as the surgery, September 2nd, everything started getting better. And it brings us to the point here. We're on January 27th? 28th?
Yep.
And I'm feeling about 98%.
About 98.
I feel about 98.
Vision's getting better?
All of it's good. Just a little blind spot in my right eye that might never come back.
And you know what? I know you well enough. You'll use that as an excuse.
Of course
if you ever lose or do anything, you can say, I got this blind spot. If I was 99% better or 100%,
I would have beat you.
You would have beat me.
But anyway, so it's been, and actually, you talk about what you went through, what millions of other people go through. If you don't have health, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
When I was just laying around with no energy, I mean, because, we're outgoing, want to go do things kind of people.
And healthy.
And yes, and relatively healthy. Our
healthy.
entire lives.
Yes.
And to not be able to go from that to not being able to do literally getting out of bed was a chore.
Yeah.
It was a task. That is zero fun. So anyway, everybody just feel thankful for your health. You know, I mean, so grateful. And the prayers and the blessings that I could feel them pouring in, even though I told Jennifer, people wanted to come to the house, and I was like, please, don't have it. Yes. Hank's called a million times. Will's text everybody. I can feel it, you know.
Need it.
I don't need them to come by because I can already feel it.
Yeah.
And it really did help me. It gave me a lot of strength. So anyway, that was the summer, man.
And the fall.
And into the fall.
And the winter.
And to the winter.
So now we're back.
Now we're back.
So we've pushed all this behind us.
Yes. We're ready to start anew.
Yeah. We found out what was going on. We're ready to, from this point forward, big fans trudging forward.
Absolutely.
Because the reality of it is our listeners and us have missed a lot of what we've done.
Yes.
We missed going back to school, summer vacations.
Sure.
Halloween, which is Jennifer's favorite holiday.
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving,
Yes,
Christmas, New Year's.
Yes.
I mean,
we missed it all.
We missed it all, but we're going to go forward.
Yes, we're moving forward. And, you know, moving forward, we just had this big winter storm.
Oh.
You know, I know that you're a good shoveler of driveways, I hear, right?
I'm pretty good.
Yes, you're kind of like a pro.
I'm kind of OCD about it.
Okay, that's what I've heard. And so this last storm hits us, you know. First they were projecting 22 inches of snow. That was last Monday. And then it changed. Then it changed again. Then it changed. So got a little ice. Yeah. Nothing too terrible. Shut down some businesses in our area for a couple of days. But were you out there? The storm hits, let's say, Saturday into Sunday, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Are you shoveling that driveway that night, that evening, or are we going to wait till Monday?
This is the worst shovel job I've ever made in my life.
Was it because it was all ice?
Well, there's some ice to it, but like you start moving cars around, and you know, like between Reagan, myself, Harris, and it's like an ice mix.
Yes.
So it was nothing but ice. And like once you started driving on it, bye-bye.
Right.
Now I went up to the office to get my shovel fixed, and I went through and I did the stuff in my office, and then I went to my in-laws and I did theirs.
Oh, what a great son-in-law.
I did that so they could get out. And then, you know, it's like virtually impossible to try to move that snow if you did not do it on Sunday afternoon or Monday morning before anybody got on it.
Right.
And so like that's the problem now is like my back parking lot. I'm telling our agents, do not come in. I do not want you to break a hip in the parking lot.
Because it will happen.
It will happen.
It is so dangerous.
Yes.
So dangerous.
Yes.
Out
So,
there. Yeah.
I mean, I think that this is kind of different than any storm we've had in really the past because it's been so much ice. And now they're calling for possibly more.
Yes.
For more.
However, we shall believe it when we see it.
Yeah, it's
you know,
like 30% chance.
30%
right?
chance. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It'll probably be 83 degrees.
Or 25 inches.
Exactly. So let's tell our audience a little bit. We're in a new studio now, Hank.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to get used to it. It's a great looking studio. It's just not home yet, but we'll continue to do our thing in here, and hopefully it will feel like home one day. Did notice we are right beside a very old movie theater.
Yes.
Have you ever been in that theater?
I've never been in the state cinema.
I haven't either. I know it's legendary. Moose probably knows. I wonder if it's kind of like the Carolina, but smaller, you think? Or what? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a historic, old cinema that the new owners are trying to kind of bring to life and, you know, and kind of make it that kind of same feeling of nostalgia and
That's cool.
watching the movies here. So, I mean, it's exciting for, you know, when you start to see, and especially in, you know, in the real estate field, you look at the towns and what they're bringing, like Hickory has done a really good job. Newton's doing a great job. Morganton's doing a great job. Absolutely. So it's kind of cool to see people investing in these communities and kind of like continuing to fight for, hey, you don't need to leave downtown Newton to come watch a movie and go to Hickory, or you don't have to go, you know, whatever. And so I think it's pretty cool that they're here now.
I see movies at the Carolina Theater more than I don't drive to the AMC if I can help it. Just Carolina, 3 minutes from the house, $5 ticket. $2.50 popcorn. I haven't told you this. For Thanksgiving, High Point movie theater.
Yeah.
Go see. I took the girls. Jennifer didn't even go with us. I can't even remember. It was an animated movie. $125, brother.
You and two girls?
Me and two. And actually, I did buy a ticket for the niece, their cousin, but she couldn't make it. So 4 tickets. Of course, everybody had their own popcorn because people didn't want to get sick. It was flu season or whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway, $125 for 4 tickets to go see a Thanksgiving movie. Just highway robbery. Brings me back to my point. Carolina, Best deal in town.
It is.
Carolina Theater.
It is. And maybe this cinema will be the same.
I bet so. And the other really good thing, there's a bar right across the street here, Hank.
Right across the street from here.
Literally right there. So after we get done bringing Big Fan back to the Peeps, I'm going to treat you.
Okay.
I'm going to treat you to the finest tap water you've ever had in your life, sir.
I can't wait. This is incredible. I love this. I love this, Big Fan.
Want to discover great podcasts or maybe even start one of your own? Welcome to The Mesh, Western North Carolina's podcast network built for creators and listeners alike. From local sports and business to comedy and culture, The Mesh is home to unique voices and fresh perspectives. Do you have something you want to say? The Mesh can help you bring your podcast to life with the tools, support, and platform you need to be heard. Check us out at themesh.tv, where great podcasts live and new ones are born.
Yeah, so what else been going on in life? You know, we have missed a lot, but what do we have to look forward to? We got Super Bowl coming up.
We have Super Bowl coming up.
Can't wait to talk about the goodies that you're going to make for your family.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be lovely. And what else?
I mean, I think the Super Bowl, if we could talk on that just for a minute.
Please.
I think it's so funny because nobody wanted a majority of those teams in it. Nobody wanted those teams.
Right.
And really, they want the Patriots.
I guess. I mean, kind of people have Patriots overload because they're so used to them winning.
Yeah.
You know, nobody. I don't think anybody really wanted the Patriots in there. I know I didn't. Who did you want?
Well, I mean, at this point, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
I like Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
I
me
wanted
too.
to see him
I
in
was
there.
rooting for the Rams.
But Drake May, he's hard not to like. He's a competitor. I know you don't like him because he played at Carolina
but
and your
you
state
gotta
guy.
respect him
But
because
dude,
he's done good.
I mean, that guy is done amazing, and so it's kind of cool to watch that happen. But nobody wants to watch the Patriots versus Seahawks.
No. At the beginning of the season, I did a little investigating for them to go to the Super Bowl. Seattle was 50-1. The Patriots were 60-1. If you parlayed that, dang, we're going to Sizzler. I mean, it would have been a big win.
We would have gone to Sizzler on that one.
Nobody could have had that.
No.
Nobody.
No.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
So, but the good thing for me, the good thing is we are going to get football season, because football's a long season. I feel like it's a long, because you get exhausted after the college football national championship and the playoff and everything else. It's exciting, but when you're done, you're like, whoa, God, I'm ready for that. Because then it really kind of like walks you right into March Madness, kind of like the importance of these last few games or these last few weeks. And then you get to March Madness, which is exciting. And then right into my favorite time of year in the baseball season. And so this time, sports-wise, because you have that dead period for a long...
You get that little lull, in February after the Super Bowl, which actually is good because it gives us some time to re-energize and spend some time with our wives and watch normal television
and watch
shows.
our kids play sports.
Watch our kids too grow up. So anyway, we'll have that few weeks in February that we kick it right into March Madness. So check this out. Are y'all going on your March Madness trip?
We have a March Madness trip planned.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We're going on one too. And I just found out the week before March Madness trip, ACC tournament weekend, one of my buddies setting up a trip. We're going to New York City. Steph and the Golden State Warriors are playing Madison Square Garden.
Do you have tickets already?
I think we got the tickets.
Okay.
So it's going to be dope. It's going to fly in there on a Saturday. I think the game's on Saturday night. Stay that evening, hang out on Sunday. I've never been to the city.
You've never been to the city.
So we're going to go eat, fine restaurant, do what New Yorkers do.
You know what? I see the twinkle in your eye
I'm excited.
that you once had. But 6 months ago, you went, because you're going to get ready to go. You're going flying up there on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe coming back Sunday or Monday.
Monday morning.
Okay, so you're going to be up there Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday, and then you're leaving Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh.
He's back.
He's back.
Yes.
He's back, and I think that's important.
Yes, I do too. I really look forward to it. Y'all's trip, I think it's at the coast somewhere. We're at the coast.
You guys going to Myrtle Beach, right?
Cherry Grove. And y'all are going to Hilton Head. Yes, which will be wonderful. And my brother's class, they're all turning 50 this year. And so they decided to amp up their game. They've gone to Cherry Grove for the last 20-some years. They decided to get some big mansion on Isle of Palms where normally it would cost them $200 for the whole weekend. Now it's $500 a night. So I was talking to one of them. They're like, $1,500 we're spending a person.
That's
to say
ridiculous.
we could do the same thing that we would do at Cherry Grove.
They're not going to go anywhere.
They'll do the exact
They're not
same
going to have anybody there.
Exactly.
They could live in a shack.
It wouldn't matter, but because it's their 50, they wanted to ball out. So anyway, good luck to them. So they won't be down there, which is unfortunate because I always like to hang out with those dudes when we're at March
I always
Madness.
love those stories when you guys seem to collide.
Yes.
It's always some good ones. You know,
Always
something
wonderful.
something stupid happens, and I love it.
Like someone gets dosed.
A producer like that.
Yeah,
one.
thinks that they turn on the TV remote, but they've got the fan remote pointed at the television for 45 straight minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those things.
It's
but
one of those deals. But we'll come off of that, and
Yes.
we'll get into that. First day of spring, March 20th. We'll start to get to warmer weather. We're going to have another summer of Chad.
Yes.
Okay, another
Yes,
summer
we're
of
gonna
Chad. So we're
bring it back.
headed in the right direction.
Absolutely.
For that. So,
Absolutely. Let's talk about this. I know how all of our listeners really love when we talk about states.
States.
And so our team actually made it to states this year, right?
I'm not on the same team as you. Oh, yeah,
Yes,
we are.
yes.
Yeah.
You
You were
went
talking about the previous
The
one.
previous year, last year. Because
yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, I missed that whole season.
We made it to states.
Made it to states.
Yeah, and we went down to Wilmington.
Yes.
And we got a house, and there were a bunch of guys, and it was a great group, right?
Yeah.
Great group of dudes. And we got throttled by everybody. It was amazing. But we had a great time, and we left without a victory. I mean, we had victories, but without a team victory.
Yeah.
And so, maybe next year.
Maybe
Chad.
next year.
Maybe next year.
I'll be back. So I would assume, yes, we will be back, my friend.
Okay.
Add me into the lineup. I mean, now we cook and we gas. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Now
now states. That's now we're on to something here.
Yes, here we go. Here we
Okay.
go. Other things that potentially our listeners have missed in our absence. Update on your son. He was killing it last time we spoke because last time we spoke was in the summer.
Summer.
So he was playing summer ball and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
he keeps working and training. Every time I talk to you, he's at another camp or doing
Right.
more drills. So
Yep.
enlighten our audience.
He played fall baseball,
Yeah.
had a great fall season. But the biggest thing is, if you can get these kids to realize that it's the mundane stuff, the boring stuff that you do every day is going to make you better, and that when you are successful in a game, it's not by accident.
Sure.
It's by the
Hard work.
that you've put into it. I think that this summer and this fall, he kind of saw that, and it energized him. Same thing that Lucy Rose is doing with her dance and getting rewarded by having these big opportunities to go different places. That's exactly what it is. And so he's he's a sophomore in school. Loved his first semester at as
good.
a sophomore.
Sure.
But I think the biggest thing for him is keep day by day getting better and better and stronger and keeping the noise out from everybody else around you, because there's kids all over this country that are throwing 185 miles an hour and hitting the ball 7,000 feet, and it's not comparing yourself to those guys, just staying in your own lane.
Absolutely. Lucy Rose just got invited to go dance in Portugal this summer.
Oh,
Yeah, so she and Jennifer will be
I was getting
leaving-
ready to say you're not getting invited to that.
I'm not invited to the Portugal trip. Although I would think I would look good in Portugal. Can you? I mean, it would be fun. It would be. I think I would fit in pretty good in Portugal. Lisbon. I think that's where they're going. So 2 weeks. Just she
You're gonna
and-
be there for 2 weeks this summer.
This summer. And I think I want to say
You're
it's
gonna be
in
here by
July.
yourself for 2 weeks.
I think so. I'm afraid I will be, my friend.
Moose, put it down on your calendar.
Anyway, it'll be fun. I'm so proud of her, all that hard work, just like you're saying. And my oldest daughter, Olivia, just killing it. Had to do a presentation in front of 300 people the other day, right? About the whales. She's done her research on the Pacific right whale. She did all summer long.
Yep.
There was someone on the West Coast who was patched into the Zoom, reached out to Olivia's professor and said, who was that girl that did the presentation on the Pacific right whale? And so she was like, that's Olivia E. She's a really good student of mine. And she was like, please pass this along that we are watching her.
Oh,
can you
look at
believe that?
Yeah, she's gonna be riding those whales before too long.
Whale rider.
Testing those things out.
So wonderful. So anyway, I was so proud of her because Olivia doesn't really like to get up and do presentations, which most of us don't.
Right.
And she practiced, just like you said, like Harris has been doing, and got up there and just knocked it out of the park. So
that's awesome.
So happy for them.
Yeah.
You know, these young people coming up and making us proud every day.
Can you imagine the information that Olivia is going to be talking about? Not just like in 2 years or senior year. I've got to get a little bit of an insight on her papers going in.
Sure.
Just to make me feel like I'm like in the middle of marine biology a little bit.
I will make sure I share those with you. We did have a conversation the other day, which was so above my head. Like, I was lost. I just kept my mouth shut because you can't, I don't want her to think I'm an idiot.
That ship has sailed. I'll tell you that much right now.
Oh, fair enough. So I just kind of say, yes, very interesting, because it is very interesting stuff.
Absolutely.
It's just like way above my intellectual level at this time.
Sure.
Yeah. So what else we got, Hank? What other interesting things are going on here, my friend?
I think the biggest thing is we're going to stay consistent with Big Fan now.
Yes, fair.
And so, we're asking our listeners to come back and be consistent. So we're going to be consistent with them. Of
course.
And Moose knows he's put us on that reoccurring calendar.
Yeah,
but because
changes.
we're gonna have to continue to kind of ladder up these, because like I missed hearing about your Christmas. Like, what was your favorite Christmas present?
Did I not tell you this? I got the strain A flu. Do you remember?
I do remember you getting it, but I wouldn't have said it on our podcast that it was your favorite. Your favorite.
Oh, it wasn't my favorite. I'm just saying that I felt like I've lost a lot of my life in 2025, buddy.
Gosh.
I mean, it was a tough year. 26 is going to be much better, but the best thing I don't even know if I opened a present, to be honest.
Oh.
I am dead serious. So for Christmas, they had me quarantined. Thank God it wasn't cold. I had to go outside while my family opens gifts and eats breakfast, and I'm just sitting outside like just a lost puppy.
On the deck?
Yes, on the deck. And they're all inside. I can see them.
Oh.
Just the papers just flying up in the air. The ribbons are just being tossed about, and stockings falling. And then I'm just, my nose pressed up against the window like, this is terrible.
Mom?
Yeah. Because I didn't want to get anybody sick, and I was real sick. And so then we went to my mom and dad's. I can't get them sick.
Nope.
So they had me out on the deck. I couldn't go inside there either.
Why even go?
It's important, it's important.
It's important.
To family, So literally, when they go in the front door, I have to walk around the house and just sit on the deck, and they're like, Chad's out there. Merry Christmas, Chad. Hey, guys. And I just stayed out there the whole time. It sucked.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
So your favorite Christmas present, Hank, now that I'm depressed again?
I didn't get the flu. I mean, I got to tell you, that's probably the one.
Fair
but
enough.
I got fur slippers that I've been wearing every night.
Yes.
They are... I don't know what it is. In my old age, I've been getting colder in my old age.
Yeah, understood.
And those things, I can get behind it.
I think I might need to ask for some fur slippers.
I could get behind it.
Yeah.
Now, were you good? Were you okay for New Year's?
Well, no. So we went to the beach, and I was better, but I was still sick. That damn flu, man. I've never felt that kind of flu before. I've had the flu many times, but this one was just silly,
Well, we talked about it just a little bit ago, how dangerous it is, and we're seeing people
pass away.
People pass away, and
so for New Year's, we ended up going to Oak Island. I kind of laid low because I still wasn't 100, but we went shopping around that little area. You've been down there before. And went to Southport a bunch, ate some fine restaurants.
Wool Peanuts.
D's Nuts is gone.
D's Nuts is gone.
D's Nuts is gone. She closed down shop in July. It's over.
Oh.
So I was thinking I might start a boiled peanut place down there.
You got to live down there.
I know. I'll be happy to live. I can sell printing from anywhere.
Okay.
So let me open. I just need to figure out a name. D's Nuts is already taken. So
Cheese Nuts.
Okay. Fair enough.
How's that?
Fair enough.
These Nuts.
Okay. Maybe so. So I'll work on getting the little boiled peanut van, and maybe next summer get it cranked up.
Yeah.
Or maybe when I retire.
Yes.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, we'll just strap like these little carts to kids and have them go up and down the beach.
Love it.
Yeah, our kids, so we don't have to pay them.
Perfect.
All of a sudden, I'm a partner.
Yeah, yes, you are. We're going to take half their tips too, so we get all the money.
Yeah,
all the money. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I saw Reagan went out to Costa Rica.
She did.
Yes.
She did. So one of the things that we do in the summer, fortunately for all of us, is we go do a lot of baseball stuff.
Yeah.
And so we're like weeks here, weeks there, weeks there, weeks there. And so finding time to go to the beach is tough. We're all together, and we understand that these years are fleeting, and it's like 2 more years of it. And it'll be fun, and then all this stuff changes. But so Reagan looked at me about September last year, and she said, "There's this trip that these girls are going on, and I know next summer we're probably not going to have many opportunities to hit the beach.
Right.
I need to get my feet in the sand."
Of course.
And so she was like, "I'm going to this thing." And I was like, "Absolutely, go." And they spent Monday to Friday in Costa Rica. And they got back this past Friday before it snowed.
Right before the storm. Okay, good.
And had a great time. They went there. All of them are tennis players. They went there first thing in the morning. They played tennis, and then they played doubles, and then they came back and ate.
Spa day, I saw.
Spa day,
Hanging with
ATVs.
monkeys, ATVs.
Yeah, so they had a great time. So
Amazing.
she made the most of it. It was fun, and we Harrison and I were talking. We were like, maybe we should do something, but she planned it during the week.
Yeah.
Right. And so we really couldn't do anything. And so she'd call, and she'd like have a monkey on her shoulder, and she'd be like, "This is Jacques. He's my monkey." And we're sitting over there like making tortellini. So it was a little bit different. I was glad that she was able to do it.
That's
though.
awesome. Good for her. Good for her. So I don't know if I shared this with you, not going back a depressing subject, but when I was sick but getting better, your wife has had health problems of her own for a long time. She knows all about it.
Certainly does.
She came up to me. I don't remember where we were. Maybe at a party. Do you remember this? I don't remember. We were somewhere. And she said, because I was depressed.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything.
Sure.
She said, "Let's talk about it." And she sat down with me for an hour and said, "How you feeling? This is what I did when I was feeling this way," because she felt that way a lot when she was, dealing with her stuff. So anyway, Reagan, you're one of a kind.
She is one of a kind.
Thank you, Reagan. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Ready to help that one.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad they had a good time in Costa Rica. I think at one time I saw like 3 monkeys. She had like 2 monkeys.
Multiple monkeys.
Yeah, multiple monkeys, one on each shoulder, one on her head. I mean, just looked hilarious.
Monkeys everywhere.
Yes. Have you ever been to Costa Rica?
I've never been to Costa Rica. I've never been that south in Central America. Like, I've never been south of Mexico. I haven't been to Nicaragua or any of those places. But I mean, it sounds like it'd be a pretty.
I think we might need to try that.
And the week after that, I think there was a group that went to the Dominican
Republic. Yes,
they had a great time.
Yes,
and it was kind of high living down there. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. So Spooks was a part of that trip, and anyway, he had a very, very good time, as well as everyone had just an absolute blast.
I saw pictures, and it looked like it was great weather, and it looked like it was really fun.
I think they either had 12 or 16 people on the trip, and there was 11 staff. So literally, there was almost a staff member almost for every individual person. So anyway, unbelievable. They said they didn't do anything except want for anything.
Yeah.
Just swimming in the pool, beach, food, drink, everything you can imagine. So I'm happy that those guys got to do all that stuff.
Fun.
And Hank, we're back. We're gonna wind this first episode of Big Fan up here in a few minutes. But I just wanted to tell you, I have missed you, Moose. I missed you a lot too, buddy. Miss seeing that smiling face. These new digs, we're gonna get accustomed to it.
Sure.
We're gonna bring a lot of joy in here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Starting in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Put it on the calendar.
It's on my calendar.
Put it on the calendar.
It's on my calendar.
So
is this closer? This is closer to High Point. Because am I right? Am I right?
It really is. It's much closer to High Point.
Much closer to High Point.
Yeah,
so we're going to be able to
I can
knock
get back
off
from
some
High
time.
Point. Bingo. Save at least 45 minutes.
There we go.
At least.
There we go.
Couple shout outs real quick. Shout out to Olivia, our number 1 Big Fan listener, and our number 2, Matt Pearsall, who's asked me on the reg once a week, when's it coming back?
Okay.
When's it coming back? So Matt, this one's for you. Also to my dear friend and a friend of yours, John Wade. His dad just passed last week. The funeral's this weekend. It's going to be very sad. But anyway, Mr. Wade, we're thinking of you too.
For sure.
He's a wonderful man. I was telling my mom, we'll get out of here after the story. So these days, Life 360, Where's My Kid, blah, 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 all these apps. I know, and Jennifer knows exactly where Olivia and Lucy Rose are at all times. Right? At all times. Back in the day, my freshman year, I lived at Wade's house every Friday night. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year, every Friday night. Like when school was out Friday, my mom and dad did not see me until Sunday. So I asked my mom Mr. Wade passed, I was like, Mom, did you know where I was from ninth grade to senior year on the weekend? She was like, I didn't.
No clue.
I was like, were you worried? She was like, I really wasn't worried about you. She said, you had a really good group of friends. And she said, you had a good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
And we always knew that you guys were going to make the right decisions. She was like, of course we worried.
Right.
But we just trusted you.
Now, did she leave it with, now, Jeremy?
Jeremy's a different question. We ain't talking about Jer. But anyway, so I was just, because right now I can't imagine. I trust my daughters like with everything. But if they were leaving on a Friday and I didn't see them to a Sunday, I would want to know, where they are, who they're with, what you doing.
Yeah.
My mom and they just didn't. It's not that they didn't care. They just.
It's a different time.
It's a different time. Yeah.
It's a different time. Yeah. And it's funny thing about that is I hate it because when I talk to Harris about this and talk to other kids about this, they want that. Like, they're like, I wish I grew up in the 80s. I wish I grew up in the 70s or whatever, because that freedom, and they see it like Stranger Things. Like that's how that was. And they see that, right?
Very true.
They see
true.
that. And so, I think that's the funny part about it, because I'm with you. Like, my mom and dad, as long as I wasn't bothering them, they didn't care.
Exactly.
I wasn't asking you for money.
Exactly.
I wasn't like asking you to take me somewhere.
Right.
They didn't. They cared, but they didn't care.
Exactly. So, and I think I made my mom feel a little guilty. Like, you didn't really care about where I was. And she was like, I told you what she just said, and I could see her pause a little bit, like, maybe I should have asked more questions. But that's just the way it was.
That's the way it was.
And I'm glad it was that way.
Yeah.
Because now they're trapped. These kids trapped by their phones. Shit, we're trapped by our phones, checking in on them. They don't need that. Neither do we.
No.
But anyway, I guess it's the way of the world. So, my friend, good, big fan back. Appreciate you. And we'll look forward to coming back here in 2 weeks for our second episode.
Yeah. Can we, we're still building off the 108 Volume 9, okay? We need to have, maybe while we're sitting across the street and we're talking, we can talk a little bit about that number. Because I thought we'd come in Volume 2.
Did you? Okay.
Volume 1.
Fair enough. I thought about this.
This is like Kobe changing numbers.
Absolutely. And Michael. Okay.
All right.
I'm Michael. You're Scotty.
You're like Horace Grant.
You're Tony Kukoc. Okay. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Peace.
I don't need no doctor, 'cause I know what's ailing me.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.